Hare Krishna, welcome to our channel Droplets of Nectar. Today in this video we will be describing in short the glories of Tirupati Dham. We will be seeing what all important places are there to visit in Tirupati. So online darshan of this Tirupati Dham will be seen in this video. So Tirupati is a city in the Chittor district of the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. It is referred to as the spiritual capital of Andhra Pradesh. You might have gone to Tirupati and hence have seen that it is one of the 8 Swayam Vyakta Kshetras dedicated purely to Vishnu. Tiru means the sacred or goddess Lakshmi, and Pati means abode or husband. So Tirupati is, in a way, it is an abode, or you can say husband goddess Lakshmi, where the goddess Lakshmi, husband of goddess Lakshmi stays. That is the great Tirupati Dham. According to Varaha Puran, during Treta Yuga, Lord Ram resided here along with Mother Sita and Lakshman on his return from Lankapuri after destroying Ravana. So Ram and Sita stayed here for a while. And as per the other Puranas, a loan of 1 crore, that is 11.4 million gold coins, was sought by Balaji from Kubera for his marriage with Padmavati. And hence, to pay back the loan, the devotees from all over India visit this temple and donate money. Ancient history about this temple is told that it was built by King Thondaiman. He was the Tamil ruler of the ancient area of that particular district. Tirupati district became great Vaishnav center during the time of Ramanujacharya in 11th century. Tirumala in all its right is like a heaven. Its powers are indescribable. Vedas have taken the form of rocks and appeared on Tirumala. Holiness has taken the form of water and is flowing as streams on Tirumala. Its holy peaks are Brahmaloka and other lokas. Lord Srinivas lives here as Sheshadri. Tirupati is surrounded by Srikalashti towards the east, Puttur towards the south, Puthulapattu towards the west, and Sheshachalam hills towards the north. Swarnamukhi river originates in the Chandragiri hills and passes through the Tirupati city before reaching Srikalashti in the east. There are 2 most auspicious occasions which is celebrated very vividly in this area, that is Mahashivratri and Kartik Purnima. So if you have to visit Tirupati, these 2 are the best time to visit Tirupati, Mahashivratri and Kartik Purnima. Tirupati is world famous for its laddus. It is a prasadam at the Venkateshwar temple, Tirumala. Very big laddus are famous for as a prasad in Tirupati. The temple premises are very vivid and it is full of all kind of decorums. Firstly, the Pradakshina Marg of the temple, main Tirumala temple, is very huge and it is very living with all kind of examples and all kind of series of views. A very nice view of planets, all hilly areas and mountains can be seen through the Parikrama Marg. Parikrama Marg is the path for circumambulating the temple. The main temple has 3 parikramas. After passing through the Parikrama Marg, one enters the open mandapam called the Krishna Dev Raya Mandapam or the Pratima Mandapam. In the southern wing of the mandapam is a statue of Venkatpati Rai or the Aravedu dynasty. Then there is a Ranga Mandapam. It is also called the Ranganyakula Mandapam. It is located in the southeastern corner of the Sampangi Pradakshinam Marg. And then there is Aina Mahal. Aina Mahal is located on the northern side of the Tirumala Rai Mandapam. Then after crossing it, we enters Dhwajastambha Mandapam. Dhwajastambha Mandapam is the house of Dhwajas. Very huge flag posts are entangled in those particular cases of gold. And Bali Peet, it is a sweet offering, food offering, is also kept there. Then we can see the Nadimi Padi Kavali. It is the inner Gopuram in the inner entrance of the temple, which is reached through the Dhwajastambha Mandapam. Afterwards we can see Viman Pradakshinam Marg. It is commonly used circumambulatory pathway around the central shrine. The Viman over the sanctum can be seen from this pathway. Then there is a Banguru Bavi way. It is also called the Potu. It is in front of that Potu. The site of the Banguru Bavi is as directed in the Vaikhanashika Agamas. It is a series of Agamas where such kind of things are very clearly described. Then there is a Snan Mandapam. It is also called the Tiruvilankola Kovil. It has 4 central pillars which bear the sculptures like those of Balkrishna, Yoga Narasimha and Kalya Mardana. 3 sculptures are there: Balkrishna, Yoga Narasimha and Kalya Mardana. So adjacent to the Sangeet Bhandar in the northern corridor of the Viman Pradakshinam is the shrine of Sri Ramanujacharya, the great Vaishnava Acharya. It is also called Bhashyakar Sannidhi. Then after coming out of it, we can see the Narasimha Swami Shrine. Sri Narasimha Swami Shrine is located to the left of the front pavilion of Ramanuja. It is house of deity of Sri Yoga Narasimha. Then we can see the darshan of Sri Vishwakshena temple. It is located in the northern side of the main temple. The deity has 4 hands, upper 2 holding the Shankh and Chakra, right lower in Avguna Hastam, and the left lower on the hip, that is Gada Hastam. The deity of Vishwakshen and its worship are strictly in accordance with the Vaikhanash Agama. Then there is a Sri Yoga Narasimheshwari temple, the sub-temple of Sri Yoga Narasimha Swami. It is facing towards the west. Then also we can see Sri Garuda temple. Other temples or sites to visit around Balaji are, firstly we can visit Saint Bhauji temple in Tirupati. Saint Bhauji was the ardent devotee of Lord Ram. Lord Ram himself used to come in his house and play dice with this particular devotee. So this Bhauji temple is very famous and visited by most of the people. Every people goes there and wants to have darshan of Saint Bhauji and to get the blessings of his pure devotional service. Then also we can see the Swami Pushkarani. Swami Pushkarani was originally in Vaikuntha and it is belonging to Sri Mahavishnu. It was set on earth by Garuda for the sport of Sri Venkateshwar. It is adjacent to Sri Venkateshwar temple. Pilgrims bathe here before entering the main temple. There are 4 main festivals in the Tirtha, like Kumardhar. It is held in Magh Purnima. Then Ramakrishna Tirtham, it is held in Pushya Purnima. And Tumburu Tirtham, it is held everywhere in the Falgun Purnima. And the Chakra Tirtham, it is held everywhere in the Kartik Mas Shirabdhi Dwadashi. Sri Varha Swami temple is also next to it, and it is the main place of darshan for Sri Varha Dev. Very huge Varaha avatar is worshipped in 3 forms: Adi Varaha, Pralay Varaha, and Yagya Varaha. So these are the temples around in the premises of the particular Tirumala hill. Then we will see some temples below Tirupati. Few temples below Tirupati which are very famous are Sri Padmavati Amavari temple. It is a abode of goddess Sri Padmavati Devi. Padmavati Devi is one of the highly venerated Devi, and this temple is located 5 kilometers from the Tirupati temple. Then we can also visit Sri Govinda Raj Swami temple in Tirupati, and various sub temples are also there in its premises, like Parth Sarthi Swami temple, Kalyan Venkateshwar Swami temple, Andal temple, Salai Nachiyar Amavari temple, and many more. Then one can have darshan of Sri Kondanayar Swami temple in Tirupati. Also Sri Kapileshwar Swami temple is very famous. It is the only temple dedicated to Lord Shiva in Tirupati. Sri Kalyan Venkateshwar Swami temple is also famous for Srinivas Mangapuram, but is situated 12 km to the west of Tirupati. And then there are 4 sub temples in Kalyan Venkateshwar Swami temple. It is also a very famous place for the worship and darshan. Sri Andal Amavari temple, Sri Ranganay Kumal temple, Sri Sita Lakshmi Samet Ramavala temple, Sri Padmavati Amavari temple. Then one can have darshan of Sri Venugopal Swami temple. Afterwards, having the Venugopal Swami darshan, one can end his Tirupati darshan. So these are the famous temples which can be visited, which can be seen in the Tirupati, and one can have the blessing of Sri Ranganath Swami, Sri Tirumala, Sri Tirupati on the Tirumala hills, and hence seek his favor to go on in our life. Hare Krishna.